Hi, everyone. I'm Anne-Marie Green.
And I'm Vladimir Jutin. Let's begin this hour with police in Austin, Texas that are desperately searching for clues after a fourth package explosion this month. Police will be giving an update in about an hour from now. When that happens, we're going to bring it to you live. Now, this comes after two men in their 20s were injured in the latest blast that happened just last night.
Officials say it's possible yesterday's explosion was triggered by a tripwire. And nearby residents were asked to stay inside this morning. 3 package bombs already this month killed 2 people and injured 2 more. Police believe all 4 of the incidents could be connected. Omar Villafranca is near the scene in Austin, Texas.
Law enforcement, including federal agents from the FBI and ATF, flooded a normally quiet neighborhood in southwest Austin overnight. Police believe a bomb left on the side of the road exploded, injuring 2 people.
There's a nail in the wound of one of the subjects.
It is very possible that this device was a device that was activated by someone either handling, kicking, or coming in contact with a tripwire.
Austin Interim Police Chief Brian Manley said investigators were checking a second item, a backpack, near the scene of the first blast and warned people to stay away from anything suspicious.
Pay attention to any suspicious device, whether it be a package, a bag, a backpack.
Earlier this month, 3 package bombs were left on porches in East Austin. All 3 exploded, killing 2 people and severely injuring 2 others. All the victims were black or Hispanic. Assisting Austin police are over 500 federal officials. By Sunday afternoon, 735 suspicious packages were reported. 435 leads were called in and 236 people had been interviewed. A reward for information has risen to over $100,000. Manley held a press conference before Sunday's explosion to directly address whoever is responsible.
We hope this person or persons is watching and will reach out to us before anyone else is injured or anyone else is killed.
CBS News correspondent Omar Villafranca is following the story in Austin, Texas. So, Omar, what has the reaction been from people who live there? The sun is up now, and they were basically told to stay indoors if they could until the sun came up.
Well, for people who live inside that neighborhood, we don't have any reaction from them at this point because they're not allowed to really come out of their homes at this point or leave. People are supposed to go to school today. You know, it's spring break is over. No school buses are going in there. Usually this area is busy with school buses going in to pick up kids in this neighborhood. That's not going to be happening today. But people outside here, they are nervous. They're a little bit in shock, but also very nervous because earlier when these explosions happened, the 3 that happened earlier this month, we're on the east side of Austin. Now we're in the southwest side of Austin. So, of course, people are trying to find out if there's a connection with this 4th one and what it means. And also what's putting people a little bit on edge. The police chief told us that this was a little bit different, this explosion. This wasn't a package that was left on someone's doorstep. There was 2 guys who were either riding their bicycles or pushing them, walking them. And there was a package on the side of the road that exploded. They don't know how it was triggered, possibly a tripwire, but that's different. That's a new type of explosion that investigators are dealing with. And as the sun is starting to come up, we are seeing ATF agents and FBI agents now starting to flood this area as well to continue their investigation this morning.
Omar, I know through your reporting that the police there were considering the possibility that the earlier bombings were related, that they might even be hate crimes. But given that this one seems to be in a random location, at least to our eyes, you can maybe provide a little bit more light on that. Are they still saying that there might be a connection with this bombing and the others?
They haven't officially connected yet, but they are telling us that they're working under the assumption that it might be involved. So that's why we're seeing ATF. That's why we're seeing FBI officials here starting to come up to the scene and look at the investigation. Just to give you a little bit of like a geographic locator, one of the first bombings that happened was about 20 miles away from where we are right now. The latest one that was on the east side of Austin, that was one of the first 3, it's about 10 to 11 miles from where we're standing right now. it's on a completely other different side of town. And it was interesting is that we talked to a security expert with Stratford who was telling us that usually they are bunched up together like that. Well, this kind of throws away that theory. But interesting note, last week that security person told us that they would not be surprised if there was another blast because bombers tend to make bombs in multiple groups. This, if it's connected, would be the fourth one.
Wow. All right, Omar Villafranca reporting for us live from Austin. Thank you, Omar.